All right, we've been getting a ton of inquiries about multiplexes in Vancouver and Burnaby specifically, and how much do they cost to build. Wanted to jump on here, put together a brief video for you, kind of spelling out all the costs, breaking it all down, giving you kind of overview of all the development, what kind of steps are involved. So let's get into it here. Small scale multi-unit housing, SMUH, a common term for multiplex here now. Burnaby's put together this this little synopsis summary of the zoning, the minimum size of lots to be able to do it. Of course, you get into 6 units, something's within transit area. What can you build? One building, all the units, or you've got kind of 2 duplexes. You can even get completely separate, detached single-family dwellings onto a lot, or into row homes as well. Burnaby, there's no maximum floor area or kind of FSR requirements all on it. It ends up all being up to kind of the lot coverage. They put some restrictions on it based on these ones. And then also, of course, your setbacks as well. Again, this is specific to our architect. We've got a phenomenal one that we work with, for all our multiplexes. They'll be able to do a quick kind of feasibility study, what's going to be the best use for you. So let's get into it. Let's get into the costs. So this one's a 4 unit that we're looking at initially in Burnaby. Purchase price that they're looking at 1.7 million. Putting up 4 units on it. Here's kind of our proposed unit size on it. And then price, the kind of resale value, looking at, just under 1.5 million for sale price on each unit. And this gives, our total revenue and a brief summary of the costs, sort of land, building acquisition costs, all our pre-construction development costs, then into our construction and financing, barely break even. So this one's, probably not feasible as is, so at this point then we come back in here and we play around with, okay, what can make this work? Okay, maybe we can get 6 units on here. Okay, boom, all of a sudden now we're talking business, right? And or alternatively, maybe we're sticking with 4, much higher finish. Maybe we can demand a higher price in there. Maybe even we're able to get garages in on each of them. Definitely going to be able to command a bit more higher resale value, with a garage on it. So a lot of different variables that you can work with here. I'll just come back to this one here just as a starting point, and I can walk you through all the details here. We've got our property transfer tax, of course, closing costs, so acquisition cost. Then we're into all our fees. So the first part of the pre-construction stuff. So all from the city fees. You've heard of these, perhaps, the development cost charges, the amenity cost charges, DCCs, ACCs. Then you got a couple things in here from Metro Vancouver, your water, sewer, parkland, TransLink as well. These are all per unit costs. Key thing to note here is these 3 are going to be increasing as of January 1st. So your total is going to be going up another $9,000 per unit on these, unless we can fast track get the application in prior to then. But at this point, assume you're looking at about $80,000 per unit in fees, and then plus your permit fees and whatnot. So coming in just under 400,000 for this portion. Then we're into the team and the development part of it as well. So this is the key one here, right? The architect. We're going to be able to make this project work specifically to your lot, that piece of land, the particular unit set up on them, and then of course all our professionals, which we've worked with for many years on many different projects. So that's where the key part of the team comes in everyone's being on the same page and we're able to get things done quickly. Because as additional months go by, that's going to add costs, whether that's holding costs for you. So that's why it's very important to have the efficiency of the team deliver everything smoothly and quickly. Of course, new home warranty for each unit as well, some contingency, so all that portion, all your pre-construction development, all your fees, professional development team coming in just under $700,000. Then we're into the construction costs. So this is probably the big one that people are looking for. Now, big disclaimer here, this is not an estimate, this is not a quote. Normally we do not price things by the foot. Normally we're going to price everything out line by line, specifically based on that particular piece of land, based on that specific design, based on the engineering requirements. A complex build, a sloping lot is going to add some costs. So all of a sudden that could turn to $350 pretty quick. Or maybe you want to go, very high-end finishing. Maybe you're keeping a couple for yourself. All of a sudden that could potentially go up to $400. Maybe we can get down to $275, $285. Whoops, I messed up that cell there. Back that up. Good starting point, $300 anyways, to start with that. So that gives you your construction costs. And then into financing. Again, this is going to be super dependent on your situation, the borrowing capacity. Again, we've got a number of highly specialized brokers to deal with, construction financing, and able to find the best fit for you, work with the best lenders. Timing, again, is very critical on this too. So that brings our overall project, in at 5.7 as it's kind of configured in this setup. So we'll go back up here, have a look at everything. Basic outline of how much multiplex costs to build in Burnaby. Actually, one other thing very critical to pay attention to. So this is all kind of before tax. So make sure that your tax strategy is considered here as well, and your corporate structure. Here's another variable for you. Maybe you have the property already, right? So now all of a sudden things look a little bit different. Maybe you got some different scenarios there as well. You have the piece of land, you have the property. Maybe it's rented out already, and you want to develop it, and looking for a developer and builder to put it all together. So that's it there for now. We look forward to talking with you soon. Definitely reach out to us if you got more questions. If you got a property that you want to run by us, we can look at doing a feasibility study for you and get the ball rolling. That's it for now. We'll see you on the next one.